how mm, prosumers can create user-generated content, and they can um, help shape brands. So importance of online consumer behavior. So or rather say importance of understanding the online consumer behavior, significance and the significance of understanding the behavior in a marketing strategy. Okay. So understanding online consumer behavior is vital for shaping marketing strategies that resonate with target audience. So a brand has a niche, a brand um, the common concept of people who do business is that it's like um, I'm saying the common concept of people who are doing business, as in say like a shopkeeper. A shopkeeper would like to, for a general store shopkeeper, he or she, the shopkeeper, would like to keep everything in that uh, store so that no customer goes without purchasing. So a general store will have stationery items, will have maybe minor garments, minor clothes. But then they will have maybe nail polish and all those things also. Maybe they will also have small toys, right? Like they are like general store, so they keep um, things which are required by people generally, like gift items, then small edibles, biscuits, maybe milk, and those packaged milk and all those. So um, for brands and businesses who are apart from general stores, everything has a niche, which is NICHE, if you want to look up on the internet. So a niche is like the specialization. So every brand is specialized and every brand is catering to a certain problem. They are providing solution for a certain problem, and that problem is different for different people, and that problem is existent only in certain market. Say for example, a seller can be a brick and mortar seller. So maybe someone is selling stones, right, for building purposes. Then someone might be selling uh, switchboards and electrical items. Now, when electrical items are sold, certain electrical items are sold in a normal electrician shop, who will keep things which are mostly required in a household. Then there are electrical stores which are required by, uh, say, contractors and builders, because they need things in bulk. So they don't need one, two switches. They will buy, maybe they are making a flat, an apartment with maybe 100 flats there. So each flat, each apartment will have at least 10 or 15 switchboards. So in that switchboards, each switchboard will there will be at least five or six switches there, right? So in one apartment itself, there will be 10 or 15 multiplied by five or six, and so 50 to up to 55 is 75. So 50 to 75 switches, and then that if that builder is making a apartment for 100 say, construction for 100 apartments, a big project, then you will be needing roughly about 7,500 or like maybe 10,000 switches, something like that. So there's different target audiences for each uh, niche, for each business. So there's these all are basically like B2B businesses. So business dealing with businesses, with contractors, in the example of contractors. Then there are B2C, there are business to customers. So when we are saying consumer, we mean it can be a business, it can be a customer, and even in B2C businesses, there's nowadays we have quick commerce, uh, quick QCom it's called. So these are hyper fast deliveries that is done within 30 minutes, within an hour, things like that. So say in India we have sorry, Zepto. So depending on location, it will we can order it and then we can get things delivered within. Let's see how fast they can deliver. Get it in 7 minutes. So we buy it, we get this in 7 minutes. Delivery in 10 minutes. So they are doing 10 minutes delivery, Zepto. Then there are other examples of quick commerce as well. So there's a lot of division that's been done nowadays. So essentially, all of this is like how we are uh, trending with the consumer behavior because consumers like it fast. Say, how fast does Zumia delivers? Is it within a day, or they have same day delivery as well? Yes, class. Zumia, how fast do they deliver? One day, same day.
So it depends on the distance.
Okay, so do they have one day delivery?
Yeah, if mostly within the urban areas, one day deliveries, it's there.
Okay, do they have same day delivery? Do they deliver in the same day if they are in the same place in urban places?
Well, on that issue, it depends on like what particularly you order. Like one day delivery depends on, let me say, things that are locally available, but it will not be easy for one day delivery when you order certain thing that is also rare, basically within the continent. Yeah.
Okay, 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 I see. So there we are basically discussing, we are looking at consumer behavior, right? So um, uh, even in here, certain things we get this particular item if someone is in Delhi in this particular location. So this is Delhi is like the capital city of India. So there are certain metropolitan cities. Place where I am in, Zepto is not functional here. So there are other in here we have a big basket, something called big basket, which delivers within the main city area itself. They have like 30 minutes delivery service. So these all are called quick commerce. So it's a new thing that's been coming up. So Q commerce, QCom, quick commerce. You can look it up, and then maybe you can build up a team within yourself, and then you can come up with ideas of how you can create a brand. You know, the same concept maybe. So basically, why we are talking about Q-commerce? Because we are discussing about B2C, business to the customer, B2B, business to business, and then we are looking at the target audience and why it is important, mm, right? So the customers, they like it fast, like when we are talking about B2B also, B2B like businesses, they usually have an expectation that since it's a big order, so it's going to take time. Like say orders from Alibaba. So Alibaba has different bulk order quantity where the MOQ or minimum order quantity is like, say it's t-shirts or bags, it'll be like 100 t-shirts that we have to order for one single uh, to get those in that particular price. And then, um, so that's going to take like, say, 1 week, 7 days, 8 days, like that, right? But then in case of customers, customers now are behaving that they need everything fast. Faster it is, better, like sooner the better. So even for grocery items, then items like meat, like there's meat, there are grocery items, there are vegetables, there's rice and other things, then there will be eggs. So those also can are dealt are bought with quick commerce. So uh, to shape up marketing strategies, how we will create create strategies for marketing, we have to understand our target audience, who our target audience is, and we have to create the strategy in such a way that it clicks with that target audience. By analyzing how consumers interact with the digital platforms, marketers can tailor their approach to meet the evolving needs and preferences of digital buyers. So it's ultimately leading to increased engagement and conversion. So how the digital, since this is in all of marketing itself, like we have to know who are the buyer is. In case of restaurant who are doing traditional marketing, so uh, mostly the place where they open the business, it's important so that people can walk in, they can park their cars and things like that. So um, the for visibility, they have to put on signboards and some shops also have uh, people standing near the shop and then putting out on maybe something with to get the attention of people. Um, so in that case, as well as in digital consumers case, we have to know the consumer, and in the case of the digital medium, like we have to know how they are using the digital platform. Uh, like there are digital communities that we saw in the previous class. So there are several websites, a lot of websites. So um, most people, they most people they look for items in Google. Since in Android, Google is like Google is a sort of like inbuilt into the system. So in Android is using Google email IDs. So everybody has a Gmail ID, those who are using Android, and the Google search bar is pre-installed in majority in most of the mobile phones. So people they use Google, yes, but then there are several other search engines. So when we say search engine, let's go to Wikipedia and then see how many search engines are there. So these all are okay. This is say we go to the active one, right? So these all are search engines. These all are inactive. That was there before, but say web crawler, Lycos, DOM, search.ch, Excite, Metacrawler, Sapo, Dropfile. This one is for goo.me. So there are Yandex. Google is just one of them. Then all of these are active. Google it came out on 1998, and then there are the earliest active one was web crawler is from 1994. So there are several other search engines, and people use a lot of different search engines. Even they have built up different communities. Like not everyone, not the whole population in the world is using TikTok. Like Facebook is still it's banned in Uganda, I think. So even not all of Uganda is using Facebook. A majority is using Instagram. And those who are using Facebook, they are using uh, Facebook with um, using those VPN. Then there are other websites also, like there's Dribble and other websites where people they go and then they have created communities there. They are discussing about different things. So depending on what they are talking about and what the target audience, who the target audiences are. So uh, like this itself is like a basic analysis that we are doing, right? Like say in case of Uganda that we are saying that not everyone is in there in Facebook, not everyone is there in LinkedIn, but then we will have to look at statistics, pick up the data, and then we have to first define who the target audience is, uh, we will have to answer questions like what's their age, uh, if it's gender specific, what are their likes and dislikes, things like that. So if it's for a food item, then we will have to know what do they like to eat. Like for our target audience, who is the uh, prospective client or prospective customer. So since it's sort of like a psychology thing, so it might get a little bit of like a puzzle. So if you guys get any confusion, then do let me know. We will clear it in the easiest way possible. Like I will try to clear it in the easiest way possible. So by analyzing how consumers interact with different digital platforms, how they are using it, what they are doing there, they're just scrolling to look at reels. Like the target audience, are they just scrolling down, or they are commenting, or they are liking, or what sort of reels they are following? If we are taking in the case in terms of TikTok, I'm just taking the example of TikTok because I think that with your age group, TikTok will be more popular in your age group, and that's how the behavioral pattern is, right? So when I know my say for my class, you guys are my target audience, So when I am creating, and then when I am even when I created this PPT, then the choices of words are not ultra professional or like ultra high end thing. So I'm trying to break it down so that it's easier for you guys to consume, like what I'm trying to teach in the class, and so that it's more relatable to you, and I'm trying to present it in a way which will the sort of I'm seeking engagement, right? So that's where I am using the behavioral model, like the behavioral pattern of say of teenagers mostly. We also have broken it down into like Gen Zs and Gen X, millennials, and all those, right? So they also relate to the behavioral patterns. So in this specific class, we are talking about the online consumer behavior, and we are trying to understand the digital buyer. So that's why we are talking about analyzing consumers, how they interact with the digital platforms, what they are doing. So when after we, if we analyze, then like we can tailor their approach to meet the evolving needs. So we as marketers, evolving needs and preferences of the digital buyers. So evolving needs is the case of the quick commerce. Preferences also it's like quick commerce because people expect it fast. So uh, it's sort of there's it did not reach to that point all of a sudden. At first, deliveries were like within one week. Then Amazon, at first, they started giving same day delivery within metropolitan. So after Amazon, they started with same day delivery. Then people started expecting it more quicker. Like it was same day delivery, but then people started expecting, they started wishing that wish Amazon could deliver it within 1 hour. So things like that. So then this the entire birth of quick commerce it came up. So that's where we are talking about the evolving needs. That needs they keep on evolving. People usually they prefer it quicker, faster, and then there are preferences of the digital buyer. So if we analyze how the consumers are interacting with the digital platforms, and we understand the evolving needs and the preferences of the consumers, the digital buyers, then we can create strategies for increased engagement and conversions, right? So then we have psychological model overviews. And, I will just touch on this part. All that you guys need to know that there are psychological models, buyer models, and a lot of research have been done. Just like in the case of the color theory, Sir Isaac Newton, he contributed a lot to color theory, and just to give you an in depth of how color it goes, like we saw the in one of the previous classes that Pixar have color scientists, and then we have optics, right? So we see everything from our eyes. So the color is related to optics and our brain because everything, the world that we see, it's happening inside our brain. Our brain has that projector. Our eyes are receiving the light, I'm just touching it. Of course, we won't be like discussing too much about it. But then, since you are design students, so this is something that this perspective is something that you should hold. You should know that there is a concept like that, right? So we see everything because there's light that falls on the subject, and then that it like reflects to our eyes. So it gets to our eye, and then that's how we see the image. So the image it's happening within our brain, inside our brain. So colors they make us feel a certain way, which is used by big studios like Pixar. Walt Disney also they uses a lot of that, but Pixar has have sort of like made it a little bit more scientific. And then the art of video editing also it's sort of like that because um, video editing the definition of video editing has like a spatial uh, arrangement of the clips that we cut. um, just like when something is very interesting, it feels time have shortened down when you guys are having fun with your friends. We don't know how time have passed. When something is very boring, it's very long. So these concepts are used uh, in in, in video editing, and then there's also the concept of I'm just trying to relate, right? Do tell me if I'm like just dragging it along. So there's also the concept of cinematography, where say when we use shots for like isolation. So this is like the comparison, right? So usually in movies how they show how they make us feel that isolation is like there will be a big wide open space and then the character will be somewhere in between. So if it's close, then it does not feel isolated, no matter how. But then the comparison of that, like there's nothing beyond this, then only a small dot is is there. Maybe a person sitting on a like Steven Spielberg and other big directors and cinematographers. They use a lot of that. So those are psychological aspects of what we see, how we perceive it, and what how our brain feels, what it feels, right? So a lot of research have been done with this cinematography, optics, and all of this. There's also the behavioral pattern, like say, uh, I forgot the exact term of this, but then there was a certain this. Okay, so there's a strategic product placement and efficient operational process. Then there's job stocking the shelves is the little thing. 12 tips of stocking merchandise. Maybe we have because picture speaks a thousand words. Art of arrangement in supermarket display racks. Stocking the shelves is the little things. Then why is stocking so important? Inventory control. On board. Okay, no, this. Eye level is buy level. So in supermarket, in shopping malls, things are not just randomly placed wherever they are placed. So it's there are concepts, then there are studies, and then a lot of book principles of visual merchandising and self placement. There's a lot of study, stoop level. So these are the price, eye level, touch level, and things like that. So in near the door, what will be stacked up uh, in the in most interior part of the stores, what will be stacked up, uh, and even where the exit doors will be there. So there's a lot of planning within it. So that is a case of behavioral model, consumer behavioral model, knowing your customers in case of traditional marketing, and in case of supermarket, when people they go in from the same door, come out beside the same door itself, there will be less exit. And even if there are a lot of exits, those exits will be only meant for the the office stuff. So going in and coming out is easy, and then the near the cash counters, there will be small items that usually kids and children they will be attracted to it, or there will be small items which like can be used for household things and all. So people in the supermarket, they would want you to buy a lot of things, even if it's not required. So they would want you to purchase because the more you purchase, the more profit they will be making. So similarly, like that, there are various psychological models um, which explains the cognitive and emotional process behind every purchase. And we are basically looking at the online purchasing decisions. So models like AIDA, IDA. So the full form is awareness, interest, desire, action. So people are not aware about the brand at first, so they are made aware that there is a brand. So at first we go for awareness. Once they know that they are aware that okay, that XYZ is a product and it is dealing with XYZ. So uh, maybe a food item, or maybe a food item which helps with gas, because people nowadays they don't eat on time, sleep on time, wake up on time, so people are having a lot of gastric problem. So maybe that pill it helps. It's like a it's like a general toffee that helps with gas. So at first we create the awareness, and after we create the awareness, people know that there is a tablet like that. Then we build up their interest in it. When building up their interest in it, we ask them questions like, are you having problem with gas? Are you not being able to sleep in the night because of gas? Are you not being able to eat your favorite dish because of gas? Things like that. Those are pain points. So we ask them questions about their pain points. So it's called pain points. So it's basically how we create a sales pitch. Then there's a sales letter. Then in terms of marketing, there's a video sales letter. So those are called VSLs. So uh, once we make them aware, then we create the interest in them. So these two are separate. Let's call it separate work, right? We don't try to club them together. That like we'll just say one word and then they will know, and then it will create interest interest in them. Usually, it does not happens in marketing like that. Say for awareness, we'll be building up. Maybe we'll be placing ads on social media, on Google. They will just see it there that okay, there is a product like that. But instantly, they may or may not purchase it. So more probability is that they won't be purchasing it right away. They will just know. They will see it that okay, there is a product, something. So 1 month we do awareness. They know that that product is there. Then second month we build interest in them. Then we start talking about those pain points. When the consumers click with those pain points, then that builds an interest. Okay, maybe if I have that pill, it's also tasty. It's in different flavors. It's in strawberry, vanilla, and all those chocolate flavors. Maybe it's like even tango flavor. So it's also tasty, and then it helps with your gastric. So then we build up an interest in them, and then once we build up an interest that they would want to buy that, then we make them desire it. So this is one of the psychological models, like sort of like a funnel that I usually am showing you that pipe, where it goes from step by step. So after they are done with that interest, when they have that interest, then we build up that desire to have it, like uh, say uh, there will be emotional triggers, like you would be able to um, dance in that wedding, because if you have gas you won't be able to dance. You will be feeling uneasy. So how to build up the desire is like maybe create an ad like that, where a person is like sort of uh, being able to eat and then being able to dance as well in that wedding. Especially in my age group, that's usually a big problem. Maybe for like teenagers in your age, you're still young and your metabolism is high. Maybe you won't have that problem. Like me personally, till now I don't have, but I'm just like trying to come up with a example. And how will they be able to? That's how we are building that desire in them, so that they will be like a party animal. They can go up and then relive those days again, be 18 again, be 16, 18 again, and then be feel like a teenager, have that tablet, have that pill, and then revive your metabolism. And if that builds up the desire in them to have it, then what action that they will do? That action is, of course, buy it and then eat it, right? So that's how we are creating a funnel. We are creating a funnel. We are creating a funnel. In There are different funnels for different products, different services, and creating funnels is basically dependent on the psychological models, the consumer behaviors, what they are doing on the internet, how they are using the internet, the social media. So just know that there are psychological models, and one such psychological model is AIDA: awareness, interest, desire, action. And the Fogg behavioral model, which provides frameworks that helps marketers understand the triggers that influence consumer behavior, fostering effective marketing tactics. So we will see Fogg behavioral model, so which helps marketers in understanding the triggers that influence consumer behavior, like how we can trigger consumers, how we can make them take a certain action. So These concepts, and there are several others, depending on brand, depending on product services, those concepts will like slightly get modified, but then more or less, that's what we have: awareness, interest, desire, action, and the fog behavioral model. So we apply these concepts to campaigns. Campaigns, as in 1 month we did that in that gas tablet gastric thing. So 1 month we did the awareness campaign. The second month we created the interest. Once we created the interest, then we also invoked the desire in pro- prospective clients, in prospective uh, customers, and then we made it very easy for them to say to take an action. So we are looking at data side by side. Say we do the awareness campaign, we are doing it on TikTok. Then on TikTok, we are showing that there is a product, there is a tablet with some very good packaging and very good design artwork like that. We're just letting them know that there is a packet, and then maybe we are, uh, yeah, so we are just like sort of creating small motion graphics and all. Then when we are creating the interest, then we are at that campaign next month, we are using influencers, we are using user generated content, we are asking people to give reviews, people are talking about it, so they are gaining interest now. They are seeing their influencers are using it. They are seeing that, like, the maybe. Yeah, so say these two that's what we are doing in the second month, uh, for to create the interest, and then once they have the interest, when they see the influencers are buying it, and then they slowly gain the desire, and then we are um, placing them in Zumia, in Amazon, then in local stores. Since we are already looking at the statistics, we know that people, mostly from, say, from, uh, I'm just saying, maybe from Kampala, Uganda, from maybe Uganda, they are like more interested in it. So we know the age group also. What age group are like looking at it and then commenting on posts that they are more. So who are more likely to buy it? So when we know that, okay, in Uganda, it has a demand. So like people they are getting aware, they are showing interest, and then they have a desire to buy it. Then we can go to stores in Kampala, Entebbe, and then maybe in the urban places itself, and then we go and we uh, place it in the local stores and all. So a campaign is like a stitching of uh, the all the events, right? So when we are when we are saying a marketing campaign, so it's not one activity, but then it's the entire activity. So we have to plan, we have to create an effective strategy. So integrating consumer behavioral models into marketing campaigns enhances effectiveness. Marketers can desire targeted ads, personalized content, and engaging user experiences that align with the identified behavioral pattern, improving the likelihood of converting leads into loyal customers. So at first we make sales. Once when we make sale, plus provided the item also is good, the uh, the gas tablet actually works. If it does, then we will have, and then no side effect also, then we will have loyal customers. So we integrate a consumer behavioral model is that does this, that um, say uh, in buying pattern, we don't usually buy a new thing. So even in Jumia, there will be different brands. Like say, if you have to buy a smartphone, then most people would not want to buy a smartphone with a new brand. If like they don't have uh, particular particular reason to buy a specific brand. So, uh, like a new brand. So most people they would prefer a brand name that they already know, then they are aware of that brand is there, and then they are genuinely interested in like buying it. Say like most people are aware about Apple, they are interested, and many people they also desire Apple. They have already in that desire they have shown it with celebrities using it. It's used. It's there in movies. It's there in lots of places. So they already have built up that brand and that product placement, that brand positioning, that it is a desired thing. So people, even if it costs quite a lot more than normal Android phone of same specifications or similar specifications, even then people they desire to buy iPhone more, right? The same thing is with laptops, with computers. The people want to buy Macintosh rather than Windows thing. But then because of the price and because of the capabilities, maybe many people they go for Windows. So the first is when we are looking at IDA, it's awareness, interest, desire, and action. So AIDA. So integrating consumer behavioral models into marketing campaign. Are people aware about the product or not? If they are aware, do they have interest in it or not? If they have interest, they are aware they have interest, then do they desire it or not? If they have, that's how we will ask questions to the brand, and then we will see at which stage the brand is positioned. If no one is aware about the brand, then we do awareness campaign. Then we make people know that there is a brand. If people know that there is a brand but they are not interested in it, then we do brand positioning for people to gain interest in it. So we do interest campaign where uh, we create ads, targeted ads, so that people will have interest in it. Um, uh, Maybe we can use user generated content for that. Maybe we can um, somehow we can show reviews of that product. Maybe we give that to content creators and ask them to give reviews of that product or maybe service. Then, if the people are aware, they have the interest, they do not have the desire, then we build up desire the by positioning it, by giving it to influencers, by creating commercials, by doing other activities. So uh, there's no particular way that if they are not aware, then you have to do X, Y, Z. Uh, like depending on what product is, the target audience will be different. Like for baby products, the target audience is the mothers because mothers make the buying decisions. There's no point showing maybe nowadays even men are gaining interest, but then still baby products are targeted at parenthood and mostly at mothers. That's why even the colors and everything are like soft and uh, soft and like that, like plushy. So yeah. So depending on the target audience, we create the campaign, and then when we create the strategies, then we come up with what events, uh, what things we'll be doing, so that people will be aware of that product, or they will have the desire, or they will have interest, or if they have all three, then they are not buying it. Then we come up with why they are not being able to buy it, and then we make it easy for them to buy it by placing them in places where the target audience are available. Maybe they are on Jumia, maybe they are on Amazon, maybe they are sorry, buying it directly. So marketers can design targeted ads, personalized content, and engaging user experiences that align with the identified behavior patterns, improving the likelihood of converting leads into loyal customers. Okay, this is like a very theoretical class so far. So, does anyone have any question? Okay. Does anybody have any question? I see a lot of nope. Okay, thank you. Okay, so that's we come to understanding the digital buyer. We have done most of the portion where we have to like sort of think or like listen that listening part. Now it'll move on a little bit more quickly. Okay, so characteristics of online shoppers. So digital buyers are characterized uh, by their high levels of connectivity and access to a wealth of information, because this is information age and everything is easy and people go to Google, they search a lot. So these are the behavior of the online consumers, right? They go to YouTube, they look for reviews, they Google search, they read the reviews, then they will ask their friends also. But then nowadays, a friend also, it's there, like Google also has started to become like a friend, and then there's ChatGPT as well. So all of this online buyers, instead of asking their friends, before we used to ask our friends a lot, I'm going to buy this. What do you think about it? Have any one of you purchased it? We will directly go to Google. We will see reviews. We will see user-generated content. We will see videos, and then we will make that buying decision. So are characterized by the high levels of connectivity and access to a wealth of information. They expect seamless experiences across devices, value brand transparency. When we say expect seamless experience across devices, is say you the in the brand awareness, there's a ad which came up on your mobile phone, and now you want to look at it more nicely. You want to do your research. Yeah, you want to make yourself see that that thing is of your interest or not. Then you go to their website, and then when you go to their website, you see that the website is not up to that par, up to that level. So then the awareness that that brand is doing, so that is they are losing it at the interest phase. So digital buyers, they expect seamless experiences across devices. This is where the UI UX things and all it comes. As marketers, we can only suggest, or like those who are into development, maybe you can also develop websites. then maybe mobile applications which are seamless, then value brand transparency, like brand transparency as in whatever the sell buyer should know. So from the brand, so they expect it to be there on the website or wherever they are looking for. So all of the things, it's difficult to be there in user generated content when someone else is making that video for that brand. So if say like if people have to know about me, then they will have to come to me and then ask me those questions, right? Only that way they will be able to know more about me. People will hear about me, or like people will hear about you, and then they will have their assumptions. But to clarify those assumptions, they will have to come up to you and ask you those questions or ask you relevant questions so that you can tell them what you actually are. The same thing is with a brand as well. People will they will have awareness. They will know that a brand exists, and then what the brand is, what the brand do. So maybe they got or they got the awareness from a YouTube video. Then they will have there should be a place where they go and they clarify all of the information and all. Um, in for example, say specifications. All of us are multimedia students, like design students. In design, we are using our laptop a lot. We are using our machines a lot. So with machines, we have graphics card. Graphics cards have different specifications. There's AMD. Then there's NVIDIA. Then even in laptops also there are specifications. We get the awareness that there is a very good um, gaming laptop, which comes in a good price, in an affordable price. Then everybody wants to know the specifications. So they would want to go to the website and then read the specifications themselves to know each and every point. For uh, those who are high into uh, specifications, there's also motherboard. Motherboard has MTX. Then there's like different for cabinet are different. Motherboards are different. Then motherboards will also have different more detailed specifications and all. So Gigabyte provides all of those specifications, and most computer part specifications are available who are more into tech. Just to give you an example, so digital buyers, they value brand transparency. At least they want that transparency from the brand, and are influenced by peer reviews and social media interactions. So this also is a common behavior. Social media interactions, mostly by teenagers and maybe up to the millennials, up to people of roughly my age, 35, 40, maybe 45 as well. So once they are aware, once they have an interest, then they tend to go to social media platforms and then see that if uh, what people have to say in their following in those groups. Understanding these traits is crucial for marketers. So these traits, when we are saying these traits, these are the types of traits and characteristics. So the traits, where they are going, the website platform, then who the peers are. So that one will be dependent on the product and their target audience. There's multi-device usage. Multi-device usage is pretty simple. We have smart TVs. We see things on YouTube on the TV. We have mobile phone. We have tablet. We have laptops. Then the screen sizes also are different, right? As online shoppers navigate through multiple devices, desktops, tablets, and smartphones, they expect a consistent and coherent experience. Marketers must ensure that their strategies accommodate this multi-device behavior to capture and retain consumer attention effectively. So, in case of websites, websites are created in such in a responsive way. It's called responsive. Like when I'm making it big, so I can still see it. If I am making it small, I can still see my face, my icon, and then those things, right? So the the screen size, the website, it reshapes itself according to the screen size. So good websites are built like that. Nowadays, most websites are responsive itself. Yes, Garvin. Okay. I am recording the class, so I will post it online. Uh, like because I wish I could help, but this is beyond anyone's capacity, I think. So just if you have any problem, then maybe you can just ask me, or you can also ask me later once you get the PDF. Okay, okay, I see that there are still only two left. Okay, okay, never mind. Uh, it's just like 15 minutes left. I hope you stick by. If it's too bad and it cannot be helped, then okay, I will understand. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, going forward with the class. So this is the responsive design. Responsive design. If you are interested, then you can go to right click on your browser, inspect, and then we have this small icon with a shape of a tablet in a smartphone. We click there, and then we see Galaxy Note. Just that's how it will look in a Galaxy Note. Then there's iPhone, iPad, OS, different devices. See the shape of the website. It's changing. So across platform, across devices, it is responsive. So that's what is called a responsive design. So multi-device usage, the designs should be responsive. And in case of graphic ads that we are doing, Facebook also places 1:1 ratio square size graphics. So for advertisements, we usually create a square size advertisement. When we are doing reels, we usually create a vertical video, 1080 by 1920. So those are the sizes, so that they can be used in multi device. So for online buyers, digital buyers, the desire for instant gratification. So modern consumers thrive on immediacy. The expectation of quick responses, speedy service, and fast delivery is prevalent among digital buyers. They want things quickly. So marketers must prioritize efficiency and convenience in the process to meet this instant gratification demands. Um, and that's how the quick commerce it is gaining popularity. Though there are also side effects and bad things about it too. That because the delivery guys have to rush a lot. So on the road, it's dangerous for people to rush. So influences on online purchasing, role of social proof such as customer reviews and testimonials, like the earned media, heavily influence online purchasing decisions. So marketers can leverage social proof by showcasing positive feedback and case studies to build credibility and encourage potential buyers to make a purchase. There are also several videos which are like testimonial videos. They are they are presented in form of a case study. So those type of social proof also can be done for the brand, for the product and the service. So impact of personalization. Personalization enhances. This is personalizing the ad campaign, the marketing campaign. Personalization enhances the online shopping experience by tailoring content, recommendations, and offers based on individual consumer behavior and preferences. So when we create ads, we can do A and B testing. So we can push two ads together at the same time, and then we can see which one is doing better, which one has more impressions and more reach, um, more engagement. So we will see that in the class later. But then for now, just know that there are A/B testing, and we can test two different types of ads, maybe two different types of graphics. One will say something else, the other will say something else. For that same product, maybe the gas product itself, when brands provide customized experiences and relevant suggestions, it increases consumer satisfaction and fosters brand loyalty. So ultimately, we are looking at sales performance so that there will be more sales. Convenience and user experience is similar to that multi-device thing because things should be responsive. And with that, we also have fast loading websites, intuitive navigation, which is called the UI UX. Now, when we are saying UI UX, then mobile app thumb UX. So see, this is when we create mobile apps, then this is what is used. This is hard to reach because we have to stretch. This portion is usually easy for the thumb, for a right-handed person. Then this is okay because after stretching the thumb, we can reach this portion, but then these areas are hard. So if we want people to purchase, the buying button should be somewhere in here. Maybe scrolling is somewhere in here so that they will stay in the page. They will stay in the app, right? So UI UX is design principles are like that. Ouch, hard to read, stretch, okay to reach, natural, easy to reach. This is again little difficult for left-handed. Right-handed because our thumb, the palm usually stays here, so this is natural to reach. This we can scratch and do. This portion it will be difficult. So maybe we can place the close button here so that it will be difficult for them to close it. Some apps they usually do like that. Okay, so that's what is UI and UX. Similar UI UX is present even for websites and other thing, so that it becomes user friendly, and uh, it's not just the ergonomics of the website. Do you know the word ergonomics? What does the word ergonomics mean? So it is the scientific study and practice of designing systems, products, and environments. For example, the chair, even ergonomics keyboard, right? So this sort of keyboards are easy because straight keyboards we have from both the palm. So this type of keyboards are easy for people to use it. Then ergonomics chair. So these chairs have the posture control. So different devices also have how they like it's included in product design when we are creating product. So these things are sort of ergonomical. That's how use usable the application will be. And then when we are saying user experience, UI and UX, we are also saying that it should be fast. And then uh, the buttons and all, it should be clear, like it's not cluttered, right? So it is very easy to use and easy to make out. And then the contrast also, this is not black. So if it was black over white, then the contrast would have been high, and then our eye would have been always getting distracted with it. So the color is like light grayish. We can make it out that there's a button, but then it's not like so distracting. So this all is included in the user experience, which is again a deeper, in-depth study. So as marketers in this class, we'll just know that there is for behavioral pattern, we should include all of this when we are creating um, strategies for customers to make it easy for customers to engage with the brand and to have sales conversions. Then consumer behavior models. That's what we saw on the top about the IDA model. So this is awareness, interest, desire, action. So marketers utilize this framework to create strategies that first captures consumer attention, builds interest through informative content, stimulate desire with emotional appeals, and prompt action with clear calls to action, CTA. So if we are doing this in form of graphics, then it will be maybe 1 month campaign, and then we can do it uh, like for 1 month for each of those. Maybe we can mix it up for interest and desire in the second month. We can do the similar thing using a video. So in a video, the first portion maybe will capture the consumer attention. We are also calling the three second principle. The 3 second the 3 seconds principle in video editing. So the first 3 second, creating a strong hook. The first 3 seconds is important in video editing because uh, okay, like it's important in social media videos, right? In social media, the first 3 seconds decide if you will see that video or you will scroll to the next video. That's why we see many videos which will give like a recap, uh, the main, like the the climax of that entire video. They place it in the first 3 seconds. So that's what it's called, a strong hook, or you can also call it a grabber. So we use a good grabber, then we build interest through informative content, then we stimulate desire with emotional appeals, and then we prompt action with clear calls to action. So we can create videos with these four sections, and if the four sections are effective, then using one video within 1 minute itself, we can have a good video sales later. So VSL, that's what the word is. So sales pitch are like that. And then I think in one of the class we also talked about elevator pitch. Elevator pitch are short pitches done. So this model effectively guides the development of marketing campaigns. For bigger brands, this can not only be one video, but it can be a ongoing campaign. Zero moment of truth is another concept, which is a pivotal moment when consumers research a product online before making a purchase. Uh, that's what we have also talked in, like, in the beginning of the class. That's what people they do. They go to search engines, and Google is not the only one search engine. There are several others. So we do SEO mostly for Google's algorithm, um, uh, which roughly works in other algorithms as well. But then other websites they do not go for similar algorithm like Google's. So they will do a product research online. They will go to maybe Amazon, see the price, see what rating is there on Amazon. Maybe they will see the rating in Zumia. Maybe they will go to YouTube. They will see what people have to talk about that product. So it emphasizes the importance of being present during consumers' online research phases. So if the target audience is available on Reddit, on available on Quora, then that brand should be present in Quora too. Like maybe they will get marketers to reply on posts uh, which is targeted at their market. So zero moment of truth is when a customer they go online to do a research just before making the purchasing decision. So this is the in the action phase. By optimizing content for search engine and online platforms, brands can influence consumer decisions at this critical point. So application of behavioral model. Fogg behavioral model suggests that behavior is a result of motivation, ability, and triggers. So to take any decision, a person will need to be motivated. They will need to have that ability, maybe monetarily, that ability, or maybe, uh, say, maybe the space. Maybe everybody likes to have a husky, a dog, right? For example, now you cannot keep husky in a hot place. So we should have that ability. Maybe everybody likes to have, maybe for some people who likes to have a camper van, but we'll need the parking space for camper van as well. Also the monetary, but that's what the ability is. And then the triggers. Triggers can be emotional trigger. Triggers can be other things also. Maybe the peer pressure. So marketers can leverage this model to design campaigns that either heighten motivation, increase consumer ability through ease of use, or effectively implement triggers such as timely emails or compelling ads. So this is another Fogg behavioral model is a little bit complicated one, but then just remember motivation, ability, and triggers. So behavior is a result of motivation, ability, and triggers. So those are like, because this is a very psychological concept, helps in crafting persuasive marketing strategies. Okay, so online buyer types: impulsive and rational buyers. Certain buyers are impulsive. They just want to buy, they go, they buy it. Or like you need say you need a comb, or maybe you need you need a pen. You just we just basically go and we buy a pen. We don't think about it, right? Because that's like an impulsive decision that uh, we usually take, because it's also not sort of a big deal. There are many people who also buy other things also impulsively. So that becomes their habit. They need a cooker. They need a electrical cooker. They will just go online. They will purchase it. So that sort of buyers also are there, who won't be doing too much in-depth research. And then there are rational buyers also, who will do a very in-depth research. They will wait for 3 4 days, go for reviews, see YouTube and other, and then they will make their purchasing decision. So for impulsive buyers, users have to be present at the right moment, and then your SEO should be strong that they will be able to find you easily, and then they will just buy it. But to sell to rational buyers, we have to be more active, and then we have to be present in not only the community, but we also have to be good for that earned media also. There should be user generated content. Okay, such as urgency. So that's what basically it is: impulsive versus rational buyers. There are loyal, and then there are skeptical consumers. Loyal consumers who will have used the product and your service, and then they are loyal. They believe what that brand is selling, or that service provider is providing. And then there are skeptical consumers who will be sort of like skeptical about it. Okay. Is it time for your other class? It's just 5 minutes through. Or was it the network?
It's the network.
Okay. Okay, sorry, I missed this question. So, Mike also is not here. How can a company show transparency to customers? Okay. So the question is, how can a company show transparency to its customers? A company can show transparency um, by being clear about its functioning, how it works, work in progress, behind the scene. Say if it's a mm, say if in case of graphics designing, say if you show them the process, the work in progress, or you create a video where they can see that, they can see how you're creating, when you're creating it. So when they see, um, okay, maybe, Okay, I will have it sent. Just one. Let's finish the class. It's almost about to be over. Then I will have it posted the on YouTube. So as it says, loyal and skeptical consumers. Skeptical are skeptics. They have doubts, and loyal consumers do not have doubts. So we also have a certain concept as benefit of doubt. So if a person have doubts, then we can use that doubt to clear the doubt, right? So when we clear the doubt, it also clears for people, for other people as well. So that's what is called benefit of doubt. So skeptical consumers also can be utilized by an effective marketer to enhance loyalty. So for different types of buyers, either it's impulsive, rational buyers, loyal and skeptical consumers, marketers should make strategies because we are personalizing the campaign for the buyers. So we have to think in terms of how it will be it will be taken, how it will be comprehended by impulsive and rational buyers, by loyal and skeptical consumers, what they might think and how we will do. So effective marketing strategies must adapt to the distinct characteristics of each buyer type, utilizing urgency and attractive visuals for impulsive buyers, because impulsive buyers will just buy it, just they will see if it's good, then they buy it. Comprehensive comparisons and detailed guides are for rational purchasers, and building trust and community engagement for loyal consumers will cater to the diverse needs of the audience. So, to conclude today's class, is understanding online consumer behaviors. We have different buyer types, we have different behavioral models. We have online consumer behavior, how people they are behaving, or how they are using the internet, depending on which generation we are catering it, which generation the product is for. If it's for Gen Z, the way you will tailor the message will be different. Just like that, even the strategy also will be different. When it's for millennials, it will be different. For different generations, the style will be different. So when we are creating a strategy, we are um, basically doing documentation properly so that we uh, create a strategy such that they will it we make it easier for them to buy it from us. Okay, so yes, Mike, that's the answer. Did you I hope you got it there.